You gotta ask why, I don't know. I'll leave that a riddle if you don't know. Strange, I'm suddenly feeling sort of quiet right now, even though I obviously started this with the interest of doing a random squirrel. I think maybe the trouble is I've got a lot of things on my mind. Some of them, you know, sort of thinking deep thoughts sort of shit. Black holes and wormholes and the meaning of the universe and all that stuff. Not that I'm suggesting I figured it all out, just that, you know, I wonder about that shit just like anybody else. Which is why I like to learn about, you know, how the universe works, as far as when I understand it, yada yada yada. But it's not really why I'm here, I guess. Initially, I thought of the idea of talking about kind of how YouTube has turned out to be sort of beneficial and socially expansive kind of an experience for me. And I don't mean just watching YouTube. Although, you know, like any tool, you use it wisely and, excuse me for a second. Hey. Okay, there. Use it wisely and you use it for looking at more than just car accidents and, you know, random gameplay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like random gameplay videos too. And watching car crash videos, as long as it's not, you know, anybody getting mangled, I'm not that kind of person. But I also fully admit that there's a part of me inside that really enjoys the sort of violence and chaos of a piece of machinery being torn to pieces by some kind of cataclysmic event. I prefer if no one was hurt, you know, obviously. Then again, there we go. There's a violent car crash squirrel. And almost sidetracked me into something completely different. No, I mean specifically when I say that YouTube has been a sort of beneficial experience for me. I mean that as far as being someone who puts an effort into creating content and putting it out into YouTube. And it's actually led me to meet a few interesting people. That and being a gamer and playing stuff online and randomly getting connected to people through that. That doesn't happen terribly often. There are certain games like, you know, Dark Souls series and games like Journey and, you know, and sometimes GTA or something like, you know, Call of Duty. If you play it a lot or you see somebody a lot and play with them repeatedly. But the thing with those other types of games, like the giant ones, there's tons of people playing them, is it's very difficult to meet the same people over and over again. Same thing with GTA. So, all in all, in my experience, online gaming has not really been a way to meet new people. I mean, shit, yeah, I meet hundreds of new people, but they're faceless entities with a strange, usually unpronounceable name filled with numbers and letters and random symbols. And they come in, you know, without a headset, voiceless, and do whatever it is you gotta do for whatever game we're playing, which we're sharing this experience. And in some games, the experience itself is rich enough that, and the experience is, I don't know, has enough of an impact that you genuinely feel that you've shared something with one or two people you've shared it with. It's the smaller experiences that kind of really lend themselves to meeting new people and actually getting to know them and adding them to your friends list and, you know, actually speaking to them. And strangely enough, putting content out there into YouTube has led me to meeting interesting people. And there is a certain, you know, caution to be had when people comment on your videos or say, hey, great video, you know, that was cool, why don't you check out my channel and we'll subscribe to each other. Well, okay, check it out. It can't hurt. But keep an eye open, because they're not always real people, kind of, in a way. Like, they're not... I don't know what exactly kind of scams there are out there, or if they're people that just don't make much content and just go for subscribers. Because, I mean, I've had people comment in my videos, say, hey, nice video, why don't you check out my channel? I'm like, all right, cool. I check it out, and there's not a video on the main page. You know, they've got like 13, 14,000 subscribers, but I don't see any content. It's just like, okay, no thanks. You know, there's something shady going on there. But then sometimes you have people that comment and say, hey, you know, I like the channel, let's check out mine. And if you do check it out, and they have unique content that they obviously put effort into, and, you know, whether you personally enjoy the style of content or not, if there's been effort put in to make a quality product, then maybe it's worth spending your time watching that person's stuff. And if they seem to have the same interest in you and make kind of content, and you're like, oh, I like that shit, you know, that's cool. And I met a person that way, and they, his channel's Royalist, by the way, or just Royal, I can't remember, it's one or the other, try both. He's got a little gold crown for his channel icon. He's one of the people that I met that way, but you know, when I checked out his channel, he had content. And when I checked out the content, I was like, okay, he spent time making this, it looks good, it looks it looks professional, right? So I saw a couple of his videos and commented, and we wound up watching each other's videos and commenting a little bit back and forth. And at some point he started a group and invited me to it, and it was a group of people that help each other out making videos. You know, real people that come in as actors in like Rockstar editor projects or co-op projects and stuff like that. And so I came a little bit and did a little bit of help here and there for other people, and they came in to some of my projects, or have given me and are giving me help, you know, to create stuff. And obviously, of course, if you're spending the time to work together and to make a project that has a lot of involvement in it, you know, different scenes, and maybe scenes that are hard to film for one reason or another. I mean, anybody who's tried to use PS4 SHAREfactory and Rockstar Editor together and tried to do certain things, you find that there's just some things you can't do. You can't film certain things and certain scenes and certain actions. So you have to find a way to work around it. And I kind of went over that before, so I guess that's the Rockstar Editor Squirrel. I got to keep in mind I don't really want to walk off a pier. I was going to say, I wonder if I can steal that tug, but I guess not.
What the shit do you think you're doing? I'm really sorry. You got fucked up.
Thought he was talking to me for a sec. You never know in GTA. In my city, you can do this, and you don't really have to worry about getting hassles. I mean, not on the docks you're allowed to walk on anyway. You're not allowed to walk on most of the industrial docks. You get your ass arrested. But wow, okay, that squirrel really derailed me because I'm just kind of sort of lost and fumbling here. People I met, right? So through him and through, you know, people that he I previously met, however, I can't remember, I don't know, or I can't remember. It's really not important. But through the same process, he met people, and then I started a group of my own, and then we're kind of just in like a commingled group now. We haven't sort of bothered to differentiate ownership in that sense. We're just a kind of group of online buddies who like to help each other out and like to have fun doing cool shit, right? I mean, it's fun to act out movie scenes and do stunts and have a stunt driver and a guy who's really good at flying choppers. And it's sort of very gratifying to be able to see that the skills you've gained playing a lot of GTA 5, doing whatever your favorite activity is, whether it's death matches or whether it's races or flying stuff or whatever. You can kind of showcase your skills by being able to film a cool scene, you know, and making something out of it, Rockstar Editor. And you get people working together and doing that kind of stuff, and they're helping you out in your projects. And, you know, I feel I've made a few good, you know, good, genuine friends. And they're unique kind of friends. I find kind of sort of specifically lie in the realm of online. And I think it's both a kind of a product of the way in which we interact. And I don't know, I'd like to hope maybe a sort of evolution in the way human beings interact with each other. I don't know, I'm not trying to say that a bunch of us are more evolved than anybody else. I guess that sounds pretty arrogant, but we're all an open-minded, excuse me, we're all an open-minded bunch of, you know, people, men and women, and young and old. You know, I don't know how old the oldest one of us is, you know, but I'm in my 30s, and I'm sure there's a few of them that are, you know, in their teens and some in their 20s. Some have kids, some don't, you know, but it doesn't matter. And kind of who we are in our real lives. I mean, we talk about it. You know, hey, what's up? How's your job going? Hey, you work at an alarm center, and I mow lawns. And another fellow works at a game company. I'm not going to say any more. I don't, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to put people's business out there, right? So, because it's none of my business. We just happen to be friends. We talk about shit, right? And it's kind of cool because we sort of kind of brought all of us together in this group of people that we enjoy spending time together. You know, we hang out. We like to hear good news about each other when we talk about stuff. And we're from all over, you know, Britain, Denmark, Romania. You know, I think there might be an Australian fellow in there. I'm not sure. I'm just getting to know some of them. One guy from like Portugal, I think. I don't really ever talk to him because he doesn't speak any English and I don't speak any Portuguese, so, or Portuguese Spanish. I don't know. Pardon me for being ignorant in that sense. But it's cool because we can hang it online and we don't need to communicate entirely verbally because we've kind of figured out how to communicate with gestures and just sort of miming stuff, you know, online with our characters. But it's, like I said, it's an interesting dynamic because for the most part, we don't really know each other's real names. Everybody just calls me Shade because my PSN name's Dream Shade, you know. And that has nothing to do. Apparently there's a band named Dream Shade. I had no idea. You know, no offense to them. I hear they're pretty good and they're popular and I listen to their stuff and they're technically proficient, but it's just not my thing. Anyway, funny story. I'm going to jump off on an intentional squirrel here. When I first set up my YouTube channel, I wanted to call it Dream Shade's channel because that's my PSN name. I figured, well, you know, that's how people are going to know me when they meet me online, right? They see me doing stuff game related online. They're going to go, oh yeah, that's that Dream Shade guy that I met, you know, whatever. And I don't know, a day or two, I think, after I kind of got the name of the channel and put it out there. Somebody contacted me and said, hey, in the YouTube thingy, comment thingy, and said, hey, you know that there's already a channel pretty much with the same name, which is the Dream Shade channel, I think, or something like that. And they're like, it's about us, the band Dream Shade. And I was like, well, shit, sorry, you know, first of all, I had no idea there was a band named Dream Shade, no offense. And I was like, well, crap, okay, that's cool, you know, like, I'm not gonna step on your toes. I had a Plan B channel name anyway, which is how I wound up Grizzled Gamer, because, you know, I've got a little gray in my beard, and I've been gaming for more than 30 years, you know, so I've seen some shit, blew some stuff up, gone from pixels to polygons. It's a beautiful world. But yeah, anyway, so blah blah blah. It was kind of funny that there's this band out there that has the same name as my PSN name, but mine's lowercase d, and they're uppercase D. So yeah, if you're ever wondering, that's the difference. And I've had my PSN name for like 10, 12 years now. I don't know when they started up having the PSN thing. So yeah, it's kind of like I can't change it. They won't let me. Otherwise I would. Really got lost there. Let's talk about friends. Right. So another fellow, Sean Savage. He's, you know, a guy I play with. You see him in a lot of the credits of my videos. I call him Savage. I'm pretty sure his name's Sean, but he's always kind of been savage to me, right? And you know, other guys I play with, we have different names for each other. You know, one guy I know, he's just P1. That's fine with me, you know. I don't care what he wants to be called. Okay. Hi to all the friends I've named in this video. Thanks for you know, hanging out, doing stuff. It's been great. I'm not saying goodbye in any sense. I'm just saying, hey, what's up, guys? Ooh, hey, stop sign. Crosswalk sign. I almost walked into the walk sign. I guess I'm sort of rambling down now. I'm just babbling about shit. Sounds like I'm losing my marbles. It's getting close to bedtime, so I'm getting sleepy. But I thought I'd just sort of babble on about nothing in particular. Hey, typical random squirrel. I think maybe I'll have. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to say. Next time I do squirrel, or any other time I do squirrel. First of all, I'll say it again. If anybody wants to jump on and do a squirrel with me. Oh God, that sounds awful. Hey man, you want to come online and do a squirrel with me? It's a whole hell of a lot of fun. Anyway, fuck, that was a fuck squirrel, yeah. Two-man fuck squirrel. Gotta watch out for them, man. They're vicious. Big teeth, Okay, concentrate now. You know what? I got so distracted by the fuck squirrel. Oh, it's almost coming to me. Wait. It's just, right. If anybody has a topic that they would like me to squirrel about, I'm willing to attempt squirreling about other people's thoughts if I have any thoughts on the topic myself. I might have to find out some thoughts, read some stuff, watch some stuff. But yeah, got any ideas, slap something down in the comments. If I feel I got anything to say about it, I'll let you know, or I'll do a squirrel about it. If you want, you come in too. Squirrel with me. Excuse me. I'm not entirely sure where I parked my car, so it might take me a while to get back there. I don't know if you guys even want to stick around after that, but yeah, I'll spare you. Kind of babbled on and kind of said what I need to say and put the invite and the idea out there. See if anybody else wants to go squirreling. In the meantime, don't stop thinking and be excellent to one another. See you later. Hey, just one more quick thing. If you're worried, I found my car. It's okay now. Bye. You know what? By the time I got home, I kind of really remembered the most important point that I didn't make, although I have made it, and then I got squirreled. Was that the important thing about the friendship that I've made in the process of trying to put content out on YouTube and playing a lot of games is that I've met the kind of people who are more interested in the person you are than your name or your history or the details of the labor you do to sell parts of your life in exchange for food and shelter, So it's refreshing to have different conversations than the conversations that I tend to have with quote-unquote normal people about, oh yeah, my job is this, my job is that, and my house is this, my house is that, and my truck is this, my truck is that, or whatever, It's just like, okay, that's cool, I'm happy for you, yeah. So it tends to be, although it seems like a very superficial sort of interaction, when you do have genuine interactions with people online in these virtual spaces, because in a way the facade is down and they're free to sort of act out in whatever way they feel within a real consequence, when you meet genuine people, they're more, I don't know, I got squirreled again, but yeah, I think you get my point. It's interesting that in a virtual space you can make bonds with people or have relations with people that in many ways are more real and legitimate than most of the interactions you have with people face to face out there in the world in the daily grind. And I think that's the point I was trying to make. So this time I mean it. Goodbye.